Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host, Gersh1, and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about the Imperial Guard as we get into the daily life of an Imperial Guard veteran. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40K content every single day. And if you have any suggestions, just comment down below, specifically for the daily life videos. These are unofficial. They're not official GW scripts. This is something that we have created based on our knowledge of the lore. So if you have any suggestions for other topics, just comment down below. Also stay tuned to the end of the video because we have a giveaway and the announcement to the other giveaway at the end of the video. But with that said, let's get into 40 facts on the daily life of an Imperial Guard veteran. To be a veteran of the Astra Militarum is to be of the hardiest stock in all of humanity. Fighting tooth and nail through extreme adversity, veterans are born survivors, standing as the walking embodiment of humanity's resilience in the face of unrelenting savagery in the galaxy. A veteran has a lot to be proud of. Often quiet and reserved, a veteran spends most days haunted by the memories of his past, memories that stretch as far back as his childhood on his homeworld, as vivid as the day they happen. These nightmares become very familiar to veterans who have seen their lives flash before their eyes on their numerous close encounters with death. While luck plays a large part in their longevity, most veterans are no strangers to survival. Most have a history of beating the odds starting on their birth planet, where as children they survived the harsh realities of life on feral or war worlds, growing up on war-torn planets where the threat of open war made combat preparation and defense a commonplace. These veterans came from an upbringing where learning how to fire a gun or memorizing evacuation drills was taught before learning how to read or write. Some came from savage worlds where tribal warfare taught them not only to be cautious of the many predators that lurk in the bush, but also to guard against their own kind. They witnessed betrayal and deception that created a heightened sense of distrust to their fellow man, but which provided a self-resilient character that has contributed to their survival. Whether born on these worlds or on common Imperial worlds, all veterans at some point were collected and trained by the Departamento Minitorum. And this is an experience often never forgotten by most veterans. The day of their recruitment, where they recall being rounded up and gathered like cattle for slaughter. Regardless of their distaste for the poor treatment that was implemented during their training as guardsmen, most veterans would gladly return to that time in their lives. Even with things like live round drills and commissar punishment, it all seems so mild compared to the horrible realities they've experienced in war. Veterans have seen the face of the Xenos, the Heretic, and the Mutant. Some have stood face to face with the dreaded Greenskins. They have heard the wild screams of these bullish creatures that lumber toward their front lines, fearless of Imperial weapons fire. The smell of these disgusting, towering monsters lingers with them wherever they go. Some veterans are haunted by the slender and shadowy silhouettes of Eldar after surviving an ambush or assault, their movements as mesmerizing as they were deadly. Never have they or will they ever see an attack so well executed with such precision and speed. While freshly recruited guardsmen stand tall and courageous when talking about mankind's enemies, a veteran knows that no amount of military propaganda will prepare them for the truth. Veterans choose to stay silent and prefer never to intentionally recall the dreaded foe that they've witnessed firsthand. And while these new recruits have a sense of arrogance and hatred towards their enemy, a veteran has come to understand a sense of respect for his foe. No matter how deformed or deranged they may appear, the opponent must always be thought of as a capable soldier, one with the capacity to take a man's life just the same as we can take theirs. It is one thing to be exposed to a poor soul that was overlooked when the Emperor was handing out his graces, a lowly mutant. It is another to be ordered to hold the line while hordes of these bastard forms of man charge their position. After witnessing this, a veteran can't help but feel lucky every day for being born under the holy protection of the Emperor and have escaped the mutating effects life away from the Imperium can cause. They have fought against men that crawled from the sewers of hive cities, their visage as putrid and grotesque as the filth they crawled out of. they have entered into trench warfare against horned enemies that are more goat than man. But even when fighting a human foe, a veteran has been exposed to the corruptive propaganda spewed out by the traitors who turn their back on the Imperium and foolishly have attempted to carve out an empire of their own. False gods, anti-imperial ideologies, corrupted planetary governors, the veteran has seen all matters of hubris rise against the Imperium, but the hammer of the Emperor has always been brought down to bear on the foolhardy. While not overbearing, the pride a veteran holds is much stronger than any member of a regiment. They have seen not only the glorious victory of a campaign, but also have felt the overwhelming pride of seeing their regiment's flag stand sentinel over the battlefield. After witnessing mankind's true foe, it is not far-fetched to believe that a veteran's loyalty to the Imperium would falter. But the reality is that for those men that have come out victorious from a campaign, the will to fight for humanity is strengthened not by the litany shouted by preachers, but rather the respect and loyalty each guardsman has for his fellow brother. Veterans hold an incredibly strong bond with fellow survivors. In a galaxy filled with countless horrors, a veteran develops full trust in those brothers that have fought in the same hell they have. Some veterans are spread throughout the regiment as to inspire and educate new recruits, but most find comfort in spending time with those that have witnessed the hideousness of war, and more importantly, will be prepared to face it again. Before a battle, a veteran finds his inspiration from the warriors that are as adept to war as he is, commanders that have come out victorious from the very same campaigns. A veteran's respect for those long-serving soldiers that share the battlefield with him is enough to spread confidence throughout the regiment. Unfortunately, there is one foe that has become synonymous with corruption and has the power to subjugate any man's will. It is the most abundant threat to the Imperium. It is the ruinous powers of chaos. The dreaded depravity of chaos not only haunts but drags down most veterans who have had the misfortune of facing it. Veterans who have peered into the eyes of a chaotically tainted traitor can never truly be the same. Chaos leaves a psychic scar on a human like no Xenos or mutant can. Veterans must constantly remind themselves that the Emperor protects, and through his guidance, the filth of chaos will be washed away. Many of these veterans hold talismans and charms close to their bodies to ward off the evil they have faced. These trinkets can take the form of prayer beads, small medals engraved with Imperial cult insignias, or small paper images of Imperial saints, all of which have been passed out to the veterans at some point in their lives by the priest of the Adeptus Ministorum. It is not until a guardsman feels the hopelessness of facing down a warp-tainted human that they learn to truly appreciate the worship of the Emperor. While not all Imperial veterans become pious, a majority can't help but find hope in the Emperor of mankind and the Imperial cult. A veteran who has seen the pervasive effects of the warp finds comfort in the prayers taught to them by the priest of the Adeptus Ministorum. Many of these veterans spend a portion of their day in quiet prayer or meditation, hoping to push away the twisted memories of chaos. There are also those few veterans that have seen the Emperor's holy influence on the battlefield. They have fought under the same skies as a living saint, individuals of holy mind, body, and spirit that somehow manifest sacred powers bestowed upon them by the Emperor himself. The passion and zeal sparked by these type of events follows these veterans for the rest of their lives. They become conduits to the incredible phenomena that took place, and they are asked to share the tale of the heroic deed they witness. Years after the manifestation, they themselves are considered blessed and honored as such by other Imperial guardsmen. And then there are those veterans that have had the incredibly rare opportunity to lay eyes on the greatest of the Emperor's warriors, the Adeptus Astartes. Perceived as gods that walk amongst men, a veteran can't help but admit that fear and awe took over their bodies upon witnessing these angels of death. Rarer still are those veterans that have had the opportunity to fight alongside the Space Marines. The mere mention or rumor of the presence of an Astarte on the battlefield is enough to spark courage amongst the guardsmen. Veterans spread the tales of these magnificent warriors and their actions, their words carrying inspiration to all those who listen, whether they see them as myth or fact. Sadly, the appearance of the Emperor's Angels of Death means that the threat they face is just as deadly. Veterans who have come face to face with the hated traitor Marines claim the experience to be soul-draining. They describe watching the fight between these two bitter rivals like staring into open flames. Quick and destructive, the Astartes' movements are otherworldly, and just like staring into flames, guardsmen run the risk of causing harm to themselves, albeit psychic. Along with the psychic, mental, and spiritual scars, most Imperial veterans also carry physical marks of the trauma they have faced. A portion of their day must be spent cleaning and maintaining the augmetic implants they were unfortunate enough to receive. Severed or damaged limbs are replaced with cybernetic prosthetics that require some level of upkeep. These replacements actually enhance the bearer's fighting prowess, and while unfortunate, they can play a big part in the continued survival of most veterans. Amongst veteran cohorts, it is uncommon to find a warrior without some form of bionic, from bionic organs that have replaced a part or all of the original organ, to implant weaponry that has superseded a hand or occasionally the entire arm. The quality and maneuverability of the implants are often a sign of rank amongst veterans. The augmetic implants most fit for open conflict tend to be reserved for sergeants or members of a vanguard, while simpler implants that are more practical are often grafted onto most veterans. Along with bionic implants, all veterans hold honors awarded for all manner of heroic deeds or worthy actions by the Astra Militarum. While most veterans hold some sort of medal citation or award, it is often hidden or stored away. Few veterans enjoy standing out from the crowd, both on and off the field, and so it is rare to find a veteran displaying their badge of honor. The biggest hurdle most veterans must face is the daunting realization that regardless of victory or defeat, there will be no progress, for in this life, there will only be war. Each veteran comes to terms with this grim reality, and their reasoning varies from regiment to regiment. Some veterans find peace of mind knowing that their death will spare countless others. Some find honor in dying for the Emperor of mankind. Others still are simply happy to know that the suffering will end. Once death is the accepted outcome, the veteran can wholeheartedly focus their attention to surviving even longer in order to kill more of the enemy. Veterans will find pleasure in watching the enemies of the Emperor fall beneath the might of the Imperium. They will gladly follow their battle brothers into combat again and again. And those were 40 facts on the daily life of an Imperial Guard veteran. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to make. Again, if you have any other suggestions for daily life videos, comment down below. Now let's get to the good stuff. The winner for the No Fear box set that we were supposed to announce a while back is this guy. So simply just either email us, hit us up on Facebook, or just message us here on YouTube, and we will ship this out to you as soon as we can. As soon as you email us, we'll go out there and we'll send this out for you. Now, we did want to do another giveaway. Again, this is for our 100 subscriber appreciation giveaway. We hit 100,000 subscribers about 2 weeks ago, and we want to say thank you guys for tuning in every day and listening to us read you the lore of Warhammer 40k, and thank you for allowing us to create videos like this one, where we create our own fluff, our own fan lore. So thank you guys. And what better giveaway for an Imperial Guard video than to give away the Militarum Tempestus. These are the Scion starter sets. So it's the $85 set that comes with a Commissar, the 5-man Military Tempestus Command Squad, just a regular Tempestus Scion Squad, and then the Tarox Prime, that goofy looking vehicle. So again, if you want to participate, simply just comment down below. You can comment whatever you want, like this video, subscribe to our channel, because this is a subscriber appreciation giveaway, and share this with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. We're going to be checking all that stuff, so make sure that your YouTube channel is set on public. Anybody can participate from anywhere in the world, and I know last giveaway, or the last No Fear giveaway, we took a while. It shouldn't take that long. Work was pretty crazy, and I wasn't able to create a video, or the video that I wanted to, I guess. But the other video for the second giveaway is already created, so expect that next week. So the winner for this box set will be announced next week, as long as another giveaway. So again, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for letting us reach 100,000 subscribers, and hope to see you soon. This was Gersh1 with One Mind Syndicate signing out.